Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are in the human comedy. We are going to Lago Maggiorre. It's update 1.52. We are on the cusp of update 1.53. It's not far away, but we close out with some races from the human comedy, something I haven't done in a long time. We're just currently having a go at the MR cars to see if they can achieve the 31 laps. Today we're riding in the Hurrican GT3. 15 car racing on medium tyres. It's bopped, so don't expect to change anything. The only thing you could potentially change are the wheels on this car, and there's nothing else adjustable. We could run hard tyres, but we know they're not needed. Just run the mediums. Settings for today's race. Assist settings will be weak traction control on 1, ABS on weak. Steer assistance on strong. Controller settings. Force feedback max torque 8, force feedback sensitivity 6. I'm on a Fanatec DD Plus with the GT Extreme wheel and version 3 inverted pedals. Not a lot to say. As we're looking at this, really, it's the 31 lap challenge. You can see we're behind Sam there, who's the only person to make 31 laps. And we are looking at potentially getting into the top of the table area. We put in a decent set of 31 laps. We haven't done it so far in this update since the wipe in 1.49. So let's see where this goes. In the 458 that we just did, we struggled for fuel in the first stint, which probably held us back by 7 or 8 seconds. We were still round about 30 seconds short of being able to complete it. We need to run sub 118s or very close to the 118s to be able to get anywhere near it. So let's see what we can do with this baby. It's a tough one to drive this, I've always found in the past, but let's see where this MR car gets us. Keep it on the fuel map just to see where we're going. This is also naturally aspirated, just like the 458. Need to try and find a way of getting this car through these corners as fast as we can, consuming as little fuel as we can, and we could normally do that by coasting and rolling the corners, letting the car grip up and go, getting the throttle early. We can't run it much past 8,500 revs. Won't take it. Inside the Corvette, push hard. No prisoners, no damage. Our main protagonists are Mr. Rubbelart, Mr. Yamanaka. They're the two we've got to catch and beat. Moreno. We'll see a lot of him in the later parts of the races, I'm sure. Now this is really the first time I've driven Lago Maggiorre with the new wheel and pedals. I have to say I do like it. Now that Fanatec's got the problems resolved with this wheel majorly. That's Mr. Huffman there. We're up to 8th place and we're 6 seconds off the leaders. My teammate just in front of Rubbelart. Let's hope he can hold him off for a little bit. Right, that's 1 lap done. We're about 2 laps short of fuel, which is a story we'll continue to hear as we make our way through this race. Going around the outside of Mr. Gr3 was never going to work. My teammate lost out to Rubilar. Maggiorre seems to be fairly even all around the 4 wheels. Will go around the outside this time, see if we can make that work for us. Might get us the line into this corner. It does, a bit late on the brakes, but we're in. Will our teammate let us go? Don't know if we'll get a penalty there. That might be a possible. We've kept 2 wheels on the curb, the sausage curb, just to sneak past. That doesn't feel like it wants to turn into that corner. So Rubilar's up to second. He's chasing down Widdowmaker at the lead there. It's Beauvoir, we can see the AMG GTR, where we've got a chase. 2 laps in, we're probably just 1 lap shy of fuel. Let's see if we can start to really get a rock and roll on. That's a 2-0, that's not great, but we've been fighting with traffic, haven't we? So charging through the first sector. Keep getting the purples here. We're not making much in the way of inroads. Rubilar is going to feel hard done by after the last race, so I'm sure he's pushing for the sake of pushing. No, there's no emotion really with the AI. I'm just creating stories, but you know, keep my brain interested. And make 2-in-1s pass. There we go. Beautiful manoeuvre. He says as the 911 RSR just trying to keep us honest, but then he goes to the gravel. No choice. He had nowhere to go. Tried to run it in room. Wasn't going to push him off for the sake of pushing him off, but just the way it looked. Rubilar's put in a 57.384 already. A decent lap time. Rubilar puts in a 56.670 as we banged in a 56.938. That was a stellar performance by Rubilar. He's 4 seconds ahead, just 2 seconds behind Mr. Yamanaka. And we can see the 2 leaders there up ahead. Our mission now to just try and catch them. We're about a lap of fuel short. Got to try and find that through lifting and coasting. There isn't much else we can do. Short shifting isn't really Something we can rely on. This car never used to feel good through those corners. Especially that banked corner, it used to feel so false. But now it likes to fly through it, it feels like. Using all the track there, just trying to allow the car to coast. Any time off the throttle is going to help with fuel economy. 5.2 seconds behind the leaders. 58.1 isn't a bad lap. Let's try and keep those laps at 58.1 if we can. Or less. .3 still the lead. Now the one stop is the place where we need to target. Definitely catching Rubbelar, look, 2.2 to Rubbelar now. Potential fastest lap, fastest second split. Made up good ground. Don't know what the fuel situation is going to be like. Very slidey across the apex. .4, so we are a lap of fuel short. Got to really start to consider 56.9 again. Nice and fast laps. Only just slower than the fastest lap. Only just. I go into there in fourth this time, try and keep the revs lower in the rev range. Get up the inside of him, there we go, that's the pass. That's the line you want, get them front tyres to grip and push. Now we're chasing Yamanaka, we've already got a 1 second lead over Rubbelar already. Slingshot through there, absolute beauty. Probably quite dangerous if we're going this fast and pushing this amount of fuel through the engine. It's not going to be good for the fuel saving, but we've got the lead over Rubbelar. If we can just get that fuel to come back up now. 8 more laps of this stint. .57.5 is good. wonder if it's going to be tyres that really start to make this race a challenge with this car. It turns beautifully through those corners. So let's have a look at where we are on the table then. Mr. Yamanaka out front, you can see him there in front of us. We are just under 1 second behind. Rubilar in third, Beauvoir fourth, Miyazano fifth, Inestrosa sixth, Mr. Wong in seventh. Mr. Cookabun in eighth. Mr. Rubilar holds the fastest lap at 156.670. We're trying to target 158 laps. Just to try and hit the required amount to get a 31 lap racing. This car feels really, really good. You can see why Big Papa was wanting to run this in the league. It is pretty solid. Mr. Rubilar goes on for another lap. He's normally a 3-stopper. In the last race we saw him top only twice. 57.6 is a good lap. 7.4 laps. We've completed 7. We need 0.6 more of a lap for fuel. And we don't want to be running line astern of Mr. Yamanaka. We want to be getting back to those 57 laps. Staying on the laps doing 57s. We know we're going to be able to take him through the last part of the S's. That is where we will make our gains. We've just done the fastest first split we've ever done. We're not going to change down to third. We're going to keep it in fourth. And then we're going to just whip the apex on this corner here. Drive hard through it. That's the lead of the race. Within a second, that's a 57.6. That's alright if we can keep pushing the 57.6s. We're going to be right. Need that fuel to keep coming back. Rolled across that corner, no penalties. Wide of that white line, is that going to give us a problem? There's a 58.4, that's not great. But we're going to borrow some time back from the laps where we beat 58s. The short shifties a little bit. I'll try and get this car to haul itself through, get those laps under its belt with little fuel use as possible. Fuel is definitely coming back. The car's getting lighter. And with that, we're using less fuel, but I need to make sure we don't drop the lap time as much as we could do, like we did last time under the 458. Can't drop to 2.0s. We can just try and roll and coast the car where we can. So we're not burning fuel. 3 seconds ahead of Yamanaka. .57.8. Got us to where we need to be. Bouvard goes to the pits at the end of lap 9. Yamanaka stays out. Just fractionally behind our fastest opening sector time. With that fuel to keep coming back to us, it's probably not going fast enough, to be honest. Need half a lap over 5 laps. That the lead is fragmenting behind us. The chasing pack are really spreading out. I'm 100% sure that a couple of lead cars we've got behind us could push for a one-stop. Starting to feel like I need to really start to make a move. Fuel is coming back to us. We're now less than half a lap down on fuel. Are we going to be a 58 plus though? Not too bad. Can't let that happen too often. Rubelar's gone to the pits. 28% fuel. It wasn't Rubelar, it was Yamanaka. Last time Rubelar pitted first. Wong's gone in, Fraga's gone in. And Miyazano continues. What happened there? Did Miyazano go to the pits as well? And I just missed that, didn't I? Miyazano and Rubelar went to the pits. Or have they? Only 8 seconds back. No, they haven't. What am I on about? Getting all confused. Trying to concentrate on running my laps and reading the lap boards. Half a lap short of fuel. Got to do something more now. We're going to have to really work on accelerating out, short shifting. It's only going to make me a better driver, this. Trying to work on the fuel economy, trying to work on tyre wear. It would be good for the league for me to be able to try and exploit that, get an extra lap here, an extra lap there on worse performing tyres. .58.8, that's slower than we want. Now Rubelar's gone to the pits. Yamanaka did go to the pits, didn't he? Yeah, because he's dropped well out the leaderboard. We're half a lap short of fuel. We are going to struggle. short shifting as much as we can. 1.3 down, which takes us to a 58.2. Out there in third. 3 laps to go at the end of this lap. That left rear tyre's looking rather in need of help. .9 on the lap. Really come off the gas, let the car roll. Let the car roll in here all the way. We need to find 0.2 of a lap. .3 is not good. We have a 15-second lead after 13 laps, or after 12 laps. How we can make 0.3 last all the way to the end of the lap. It's like half a lap. Without letting the lap time be affected too much. Actually only have to find 0.1 now. We only have to get to here before the counter drops to 0.9, so tyres are looking a little bit worse for wear. There was another 59.3, so we've lost 2 seconds on the target. At this point, we've lost a lot more than that. Every lap 58 plus is dodgy. That left rear is very much, pretty much in pain. Come on, Fuelio, get us to the end. You know you want to. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Another 59.3. It was skipping through there, wasn't it? Oh, it's shifting. 16 seconds ahead of Maggiorre. First of the tail enders is ahead of us now. The Bernardino Stroza go to the pits. They've failed to go that extra lap. Got to take all the fuel in the pit stop, absolutely everything. We can't afford to skimp. 0.4 to get us to the end. Come on. Rear end just deciding it wants to slide about. 0.1. Back end's going. We're in. Fuel was beautiful. Medium tyres. No drink available. So we've got to concentrate on what we're doing here. 16 seconds ahead. Maggiorre second. Gr3 third. Matsununga fourth. Lopez fifth. Amanaka sixth. Rubilar seventh. Beauvoir in 8th. Pit stop time. Can we see it? We bang on 30 minutes as we pull up. Don't know when we're going to get out. Are we going to get out on the 30? If we can get out on the 30, we've got a chance. Fuel is just taking so long. Come on. More fuel, more fuel. This is going to be close, but it's not going to be good. It's not in our favour. We're down to second place, but the car that went past us is in the pits. Rubilar's behind us. He's just going to give us a tap to the rear. He went to the gravel, so this is looking like the closest I've been to being able to do the 31. Just got to repeat it again. No incidents. Rubilar, the 156.592, haunting me there. Now we can't sit in this pack all day. We've got to make progress. We've got to get back to those 57 somethings. If we can do 57 somethings, we're good. Brady goes towards the pits. Unusual place for us to make an overtake, but it looks like we've got the drag. We haven't. We're going to try and get round though. Lopez holds his own. That was a 58.5 from a pit stop. Lopez continues, he gives me a whack in the door. Lopez lets Yamanaka in on his side. Matsununga has the lead in the Lexus. That's the car to beat. The Lexus seems to be one of the, alongside the 911, seems to be the faster cars around this circuit. Feels like a really good effort. My first thoughts is it's going to be shy by around about, well, a little less than the 458. Unless we can start to really stump up the lap times now. Everyone behind us is pitting one more time. But the Lambo is a mover and a shaker. It really is a quick car. Allows consistency big time. It's decent. That was a 59.4. That's shockingly bad. Was that because of the overtakes we had to make at the start of the lap? See if we can catch some of that back up. We'll be back underneath the 58s, please. Not sure where we are on fuel, need to calculate that. We've got 13 to go, we're showing 12.6, so we're a little down. Need a run of 4 or 5 laps with 56s in, and I just don't think that's going to happen, not with this fuel weight. is in second, 3.6 seconds back. He's just starting to close. He's got past. Well, did Matsununga go to the pits, one wonders? Probably did. A late stopper. A late one stopper. Why he was up the pack, maybe. Does anybody ever look around while they're driving these races and look at the scenery and think, wonder where that is? Lago Maggiorre, fictional race circuit in the north of Italy, somewhere around Lake Como. Going to be surrounded by stately, very expensive houses. There'll be vineyards up in the hills. There'll be all sorts of things about. And as we get to look around this track, there's a couple of things I've noticed that I don't actually notice when I'm racing. It feels like this part of the circuit is in what is an old quarry, and for whatever reason there's no indicators that that will be the case. It just, that's how it feels from the relief and the terrain, these sort of sheer walls that are cut out of the hillside. And as we race around the circuit, as we turn into this straight here, throw our eyes to the end of the straight and you can see the old manor house, the old very big, I don't know whether it's a modern modern hotel stroke casino type complex, or whether that is an old stately home. But then the next bit that really catches my eye is to where the potential view of Lake Como is. Lake Como, massive, very wealthy area of Italy, very beautiful, very scenic, and they're like not the Riviera area of Italy, but it's in the hills, and there's a massive lake and various people going there. But as we come around this corner, we can see it over there to the right hand side, off to the edge of the track. My eyes always go up there as we come round here, and that's probably what distracts me from this part of the circuit. We are not going very fast at all. Another 59 as we're glancing at the scenery. I'm just trying to get this to flow. 2.5 seconds ahead of Rubbelaar. He will be going to the pits anytime soon. Now's when we've got to try and put in some stellar laps. Now what I have noticed is I'm probably overrunning this corner. I'm probably running it out too wide. I want to come back in and tighten that up. Get up this hill, shortening the distance. See if that can affect our lap time positively. Throttle absolutely hammered to the floor. 1/4 of a second down. So Hizal has now put in the fastest lap of the race. 56.204, which is pretty quick. He's taken that off Rubbelaar now. Maybe Fraga is going to come for a go at this, but you don't normally see Hizal up there pushing lap times. So props to him for getting his car moving. Anything in the 55s is going to be stellar. I haven't seen a 55 in a very long time. Lake Como. I wouldn't say we're on the edge. We are bang on fuel. 9.9. 57.3 is where we want to be. Under 58. Yamanaka's gone to the pit, so that's Rubbelaar back in. Well, he's still there. He's going to have to pit soon. Didn't tighten that line up there. Let's see if we drop back into the 59s, because I didn't do that. It needs to be less than a second. It is, it's good. It's good. Nine laps to go. Rubbelaar goes to the pits. Gallo then is going to come to the fore. Here's Mr. Moreno in front of us. We telegraphed that we'd be seeing more of him. That last lap of 57.5. Braga's gone to the pits. Have to go around the outside of him. He's balked us onto that outside line, but we got back up to the inside. That's not too bad. We had to brake a little bit more than we wanted to. Need to look at fuel and make sure we're on track. I think we're 0.4 at this point is not too bad, but that 1.2 down is rubbish. That's going to put us in the 58s, which is not where we want to be. "19-second lead over Gallo. We expect to see us with a 40-second lead over Rubelar when he gets back to the front. Where I'd like it to be. .7 is not what we want. That's undone the hard work of the previous laps. 7.8 on the fuel, so with 8 laps to go, we're close. I think we can keep pushing on the throttle here. I don't think we need to back off just yet. We did enough to get us to the pit stop after 15 laps. Let's see what we can do. Come on. I do love that entry to that corner when you get it right. Close to 0-0, come on. Quarter of a second, which it always seems to be. Fuel has just tailed off just a 0.1. And that's with 0.4 at the top of the hill. Seven, 5. Not bad. Managed to hold that just, but that wheel spin was an indicator that the tyre life is waning. Lucky to hold that. Gallo goes to the pits. Mr. Huffman. You didn't need to be there. Blue flags, amigo, come on. 1.84 down and a damaged front wing. Tried to actually go to his left, but couldn't get the car to go left, left, left and ride that curb, which is a real shame. Plough through there. It's a really good car. I'm enjoying the Lambo. 59, oh that's terrible. That's a real shocker. We'll know very much soon at the end of this lap how close to 10 minutes we are. Will indicate how far away from the 31st lap we are. Quarter second? No, a whole second. Oh, that's dire. That's terrible. And the fuel is also showing that we are struggling to get to the end. Probably overdriven this car now. Another 10 seconds and this is where the flag will drop. Flag will drop probably around about now. That's going to be how far short of 31 laps we are. Got to find a car that's much quicker. 2 mini laps outside the 58s. 10 seconds. Got to keep short shifting still. That fuel is not looking like it's going to get us to where we need to be. 34 seconds ahead of me, Azano. I think there's half a second there every lap. To be making that mistake there, running the car that much wider. We have stopped doing is riding the sausage there as well. Let's see what we can do there with sausage riding and pulling that lap. So 2:59 lap times. They're what are killing us. We're always going to be dealing with back markers. We need to make light work of the back markers, plan when we're going to overtake them. And by that I mean when you first see them, you've got to understand where you are, what your closing speed is, where you're going to get to them, when you're going to meet them on the track, that is. And then execute the manoeuvre. And you've predetermined where you're going to go. The only thing you've got to be wary of is the fact that they might not be compliant. You might choose to want to overtake on the left. You know you're going to overtake on the left. They're not going to make it happen. Is this Matsununga? Or is this my teammate? It looks like Matsununga actually. He's gone a lap down from being in front of us. down to 16th place. That's a real little bit of a disappointment for him, I would suggest. Technical issues, maybe. Just got the strategy so wrong. So 57.8 that last lap time. That's where we want him to be. Underneath 58. Ride the sausage, it straightens the track a bit, shortens it ever so slightly. 39.8 seconds ahead of me as Arno. Need to identify another MR car that we could use. The Alpha. Porsche technically is an RR, rear engine, rear drive. Ford. The Audi. I'll not use the Audis. There's two Audis to choose from. One will be better than the other. I can never remember which way round that is. That last lap of 1:58.4. We've got 3 laps to go. Back end of the car really sliding those rear tyres. Now they have really done their job. They've just got to hang on and do that little bit more for the next sort of 9 minutes or so. That's 4.5 minutes, but I'm just wanting him to do it for 9 more minutes. That would be tremendous. 1.3 down. Oh dear. Last lap was a 58.4. Still only just 40 seconds ahead of me as Arno. Is yet to get second place back. Will he do it? Is he in a position to get that second place before the end of the race? Yamanaka's back up to 5th after his early push. I think the one thing I haven't told you guys is I play this game on hard, and from all the reports and feedback I get, playing the human comedy on easy is twice as hard. Much harder. We're just at 44 seconds ahead. That was another 59.3. But the rear tyres now really starting to shave off time. The line wrong into there, couldn't get that apex. Shame. 5 or 6 laps over the last stint, raising above 57s. Really need to get that right. A bit of repetition, we would be good. But this is going to be 30 laps again, without doubt. And then just have to see where it goes. push, push. 2.145 down. Yeah, we've not got the push anymore. So here we go. When that ticks to 158, that's when the curtain will come down. Just there. We've lost a little bit of time over this second stint. My counter steer ability then had to come in. Oh, we've got the counter steer on, but it probably helped us. We know it helped us. It's on now at the moment. These tyres are really on the edge. The traction control doesn't help at all in the acceleration phase. That winds as much as you can. Go. Here we go then, coming round to the final corner, a bit subdued, a bit down in the dumps about it, but the timer went to 0, the fuel has just run out. There we go, 30 laps. Timer ran out just as we came down the hill. And we are best part of just maybe 17, 15 seconds short. It's a good effort, it's a great little car, the Hurrican. The Lambo GT3. As you can see, Miyazano, the teammate in the second car, he comes in ahead of Rubilar, 45 seconds behind us. Go down to the bottom of the pack. We continue to lap Reino by 2 laps. Hizal, congratulations with a 56.204 on lap 16 for the fastest lap. There you have it. Disappointment reigns for us. Lambo didn't do it. Maybe you could suggest the next car that we tried to use in the MR field. But we'll see you on the next one, folks. All the best. Take care. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye for now.